I forgot to put the headphones on. Welcome to the stream. Today I am focusing on the Star Wars vehicles. Hello, Whimsy Fox. Welcome back again. In the background, I started the new setup. I rearranged things and I put some shelves up for my Hot Wheels. It's just a pile of cars at the moment, but eventually I'm gonna have them organized when I have some more time. So today we're gonna draw some Star Wars vehicles. And I'm gonna jump straight into it. I'm gonna start with the X-34 Land Speeder. I think this vehicle appeared in the first movie, in one of the opening scenes. So, kind of looks like a hovercraft. It has some sort of a jet engine up here. Like that. And at the same time, it kind of looks like a car, but from the 50s, I believe, or like from the Jetsons. It has another jet engine here. And then it has some holes on the side. I need to plug in my laptop. Alright. Let's see. It has a cabin with a round front windscreen, and then has a couple of chairs here for people to sit into it. And it's convertible. And then in the back it has a little bit of a lip to create the cockpit. Like that. It's all rusty, probably from the sand, and it's scraped everywhere. I'm gonna add some wheels to it to make it look more like a car. So I can probably have it this. And then the rear wheels, or could be like a middle mounted wheel hidden on the inside, because there are jet engines on both sides, so this could be like a three-wheeler. Something like this. I'm gonna find a different reference image for the side. So I can draw it from a different angle. All right. So this is going to be more of a 3/4 view from the front with a bit of a top angle. Like this. And then the bottom part is curved. And it's gonna curve up top as well. Towards back, the top part will extend outwards to create a mount for the jet engine. Kind of like that. Comes back, and then this will dip a little bit, and in the back it will go into like a tail, or kind of like a spoiler, and then across. Slightly more in, better perspective. Alright, so here it's gonna curve like this, and in the front it's gonna be cut off like so, to show off the thickness of it. And then it has a long bonnet, and somewhere here it's gonna have the glass which curves down and then rounds up like this, and then it will have like more correct. Okay, I think it needs to be a bit longer, but that's alright. So I'm gonna add the wheel somewhere here, the wheel arch. This. And the rear wheel won't be visible because it's somewhere in the middle. And it comes around to complete the cockpit. Here I'm gonna have some seats. So the seats have headrests, some sort, like in the car, in a convertible. I need to get another convertible. I used to have a BMW E36 325i, and it was so much fun. Doesn't matter if it's winter or summer, as long as it's not raining, you just put the roof down. And if it's cold, you just put a jacket on, and you can still have fun. Okay, now I can start drawing putting in the jet engines. So one is on this side, and it has a round opening for the air. Then it curves around to have this cup sort of thing, and then from there it goes back, and it's also round in the back. And then on the other side I can sort of project the lines across to see where it's gonna sit. And on this side I can start with the mount for it, like this, and it comes back and goes towards the back section. And then I might have to start it from here somewhere, like this. Yeah, that's better. And now I need to find where this hole would be, and it would be somewhere here. Like this. And this cup would sit underneath a little bit, and then it would extend towards the back. And I also have to keep the perspective, and then curves down like that. It's not bad. I can put in some details of what the interior will look like. There's like a middle console, and then on this side is a steering wheel. And there's like a middle console like you have in supercars from the 80s and 90s, even 70s, like that. And there's like a display or something for the passenger. Alright, this is curved, and then we go to this rear spoiler, or a mount for the middle jet engine. Don't need this. So roughly it's gonna sit somewhere here. Then the same type of cup is on this one. And it's also round. Basically they're all the same, but in different positions. Like that. and this has more of an angle, like that. This will cut in a bit, and then to show that this extends down behind the car. With the wheels, I think I'm gonna go with like a big round chrome with maybe some type of holes on the side. Like that. So this could like reflect the environment. It will look pretty cool. Alright, so this one's pretty much done. I'll change the angle of this a little bit to make it slightly better perspective wise. Alright. This one was pretty straightforward. This will curve underneath, and then some more details. There's like a circular thing, but it's behind this like a structural part, and then this extends out and then tucks underneath. This part is like a wing on a plane, and then this tucks underneath towards the jet. I'm still not happy with this. Yeah, it's hard to imagine it. Alright, it's close enough, I guess. I can fix it with markers. That's about it. It's a pretty narrow car, and narrow and long. And I guess this would maybe go a little bit further because there's an angle to it. It doesn't go straight down. So I can show it a little bit here, like that. Otherwise, I can just show a little bit of curvature like this. And I can also put in some highlights here so that it shows off the curvature of the glass. The vehicle also has some stripes on it, and it looks like the side has like some sort of a feature that wraps around, and in the front it sort of stops around here and then it continues on. So this part is where headlights would go in the car, so I guess I can include those as well. And I can sort of just keep the lamps round, but I can tuck them underneath so that they would sit inside the grille. Because of the angle down, you wouldn't be able to see the whole thing, just like half of it. Like that. The top has some type of stripes. I'll clean it up a bit. like this, and then there's like some sort of a graphic goes around the car. There's a stripe in the middle, and there's also one that goes around the glass, and these ones are gonna be some sort of a dark orange, while the rest of the car will be just light orange. Okay, I need to fix the perspective on it because it should match the front. So the front is tighter on that side because the perspective, and then it should follow on the rest of the bonnet, like that. And there's also some parts on the jets that have the same type of color that wraps around, so it goes like this here, and then gonna have the same type of a line like that, and on top I think it's gonna be similar, but this line will be like this. Kind of wraps around it. I guess I could have some type of like little doors, and then I can put like rivets around it so that it could be like it's kind of serviceable, like planes have, and just adds a little bit more detail on the overall thing. These lines extend onto these mounts or wings, whatever you want to call them, and they continue all the way back into the spoiler. So something like this, and same on this side. Looks like I forgot to grab my teacup. I can do a pod racer next. Thanks for the suggestion. Ooh, that looks complicated. Okay, I'm gonna finish off this one. I can sort of add to both of them. And here I can put in the headlights that I put in this one. the lamps. And on this side I can put in the little doors. A bit of a curvature to show off the roundness. I'll put in the dots later, like the rivets. Don't need these lines inside it. And I can put in the lines of the livery, so the stripes here, and it's gonna be like this, and then I'm gonna end it here and go towards the back, and the top one is angled like this and then towards the back. But these have different lines. They have like a front one and like the one that wraps around like this. I guess I can put little doors on this one as well. Thank you. The Bob Ross of cars. Okay, I'm gonna put little doors here. A bit further. Maybe a bit longer as well. Here. And what else do I need? Let's have a look. I guess the arm of this mount is gonna be the same color as this, orange. I had some time to arrange my markers today. They're so pretty now. But I could only fit like 80 in here. I still have more on the side. But I've got my main colors here. I'll be using probably this one. And the darker ones. I need my test sheet. I don't know where it is. I can just use this one. Maybe not. One sec. Alright. I'll use this page from yesterday. That's pretty good. It's gonna do these darker parts. And let's have a look if this works. It's a bit too orange. See if I have something less orange. This will help. What's this one? That's very orange. Okay, not that one. Ooh, maybe this one. I think I just used that one. I will go with this. Yeah, that's better. This and then that one over the top to blend them together. Maybe this one over the top. It's probably too light. Could work. We'll figure it out. Need my refills. Here we go. And I need some sort of a... There we go. So I don't make a mess. To refill this one, I'm gonna use this. The proper way to refill these is to pull out the tip and then drop it inside. About 20 drops, but I can't be bothered. That's a messy job. Okay. Actually, I have a better idea. See if this works. Not really. Okay, I'm gonna go over the both of these with a pen, and then I'm gonna rub it out so that I can have cleaner lines. Like this. This pod. I should probably do it like this from now on. It's gonna create a cleaner sketch. Like that. Okay. Hello. Welcome to the stream. I think it looks better already. What do you guys think? Thank you. I think I fixed it. This hole. I wasn't happy with it before, but now it has a slightly better shape. The lamps. I guess I can have like the outer lip showing a little bit of details. Like this. And now I'll do this side. The wheel arch, which will be completely filled with a wheel. And the thin tire, which tucks underneath. And then I'm gonna have the middle section of the wheel and the little holes. I guess it doesn't need a middle cap. It's gonna look a little bit better without it. And here I can add little holes in this perspective. Wraps around. It's like it's vinyl wrapped. So these stripes go in here. And then the inner stripe goes all the way into the back and then across like that. So this will go sort of inwards like this. All right. I'll leave this the way it is. Ah, yes, I forgot to do this one. Like that. Oop. Um, like that. Oh yeah, and I can put in these lines a little bit. Like that. Oh no, it's bleeding in spots. Oh well. And with the side view, I can do it a bit quicker, I guess. There's a lot of straight lines. If you have other suggestions, just write them in chat of what I should add or do next. And the back wheel. Okay. Gonna start putting in the color. It doesn't matter if I overlap the lines because the darker marker will cover it up. Do you mean one that looks like Darth Vader or something Darth Vader would drive? Gonna go slightly lighter in places to show off the curvature. I guess here I can have the ground reflection. Gotta add a second layer on the sides to make it a bit darker. The top one will be lighter. And then here I can add a little bit of darkness because it kind of goes underneath. Something is driving Darth Vader. What would Darth Vader drive? I could imagine him driving like a little scooter for old people, like so he doesn't have to walk from his meetings. What did I say? This one for the stripes. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Vader in Nissan Juke. That'll kind of be suiting, I guess. A friend of mine in Australia had a Nissan Juke Turbo. It was all-wheel drive, and he took me for a drive in it, and I was like, wow, this is crazy. Like, it was pretty quick for that car. Him and his father were collecting Nissans and old Datsuns as well. I think his dad has a collection of like 30 cars, old Nissans and Datsuns. And one of those Nissans was the Duke. And I think that his dad did a personal import from Japan to Australia because they didn't sell that model in Australia. Out of all the cars you would import. Okay, the side is... Actually, I'll leave this out because I'll need it later for the top one. But the side, I will make this color, like a grayish. And here we will go darker because it tucks inside. The front can still be this color. Like this. I'll add a little bit of details here because this side reflects the ground. T8. And I'll also do the intakes in this color. This is still like that, and this one is a bit lighter. Okay, I can do a little bit of the interior, and for that I will go dark for the sides. I can go dark for a bit of shadow here, and also for the back. And the little back details. For the seat, I will start light. If they're leather seats, then they're gonna be sort of a satin finish, and I can have a bit of a reflection from the sky, so bluish color. Red leather interior. Alright, it's not too late to go red. For the seats, I'll have a look on the test sheet. So I'll have to go light. This one's solid. Stop that. Yeah, this one's called R32. Speaking of Nissans. Gonna have some sort of a design here. So the seat is not just hard and flat. Like this. Put another layer on this. And the rear mount is this color, same as the stripes. Like that. And to enhance it a little bit, I'll put a little bit of shadow underneath. Like that. Put a shadow here. And shadow on these lights. And a little bit on the wheels. A little bit of here. tray for now. And let's see. Squeaky. Like that. Now I want to add some highlights of how the sky would reflect. Bit of blue on top. And it would be visible on the top surface of the whole car and the parts as well. This, just to give it a little bit of character. Gonna use a different blue. See if this works. It's very faint. Excellent choice of color. Now I'm gonna do the tires. I think red is the best color for the interior, like oxblood red. I only ever had one car with that type of interior, and I loved it. It's probably my favorite color that I've had. Oh yeah, and here I'm gonna put in some blue to reflect the sky. Like that. I want to add a little bit of more shadows on the lower parts. See if this helps. No. I need to go darker. Yeah, that's better. And I need a little bit of a shadow underneath the car. So I'm gonna go simple. Like that. And then it's gonna be something like this. And I will do that in, let's see if this one works. Yeah, not too dark, but just enough. like that. Now I can add some rivets around here. And finally put some white highlight, sorry. And I can have some reflective bits on the rivets. Yeah, I just realized that it'd be hard to get in and out of that thing. It doesn't have a door. I guess this glass would have to slide forward so you could jump in and out. Okay, I'm gonna put a bit of a line around where the little doors are so that you can see that it's like a part that can be opened because it's a different panel. Let's see if this works. Yeah. Alright, I need to do that here. Bit of a streaking. Oh, this smells really bad. This marker. Or whatever you want to call it. Okay, I'm gonna have a little bit of highlights on the seats because they're leather, and a little bit of highlight on the engines. On the top. I'll need to get brushes for this. And then I'm gonna have a little bit of highlight on top of these. It's not very visible. Like that. I'm gonna skip rendering that one so we can move on to another one. Okay, for the second one, I'm going to do a TIE fighter. I believe there were like 10 different TIE fighters, but I will go with a classic one. but I can make it black and make it look like it's Darth Vader's scooter, or yeah, something like that. Okay, I left some space here so I can continue working here. So let me get some reference images. So the TIE fighters had the circle front, and then they had some sort of arms, and then they had the wings. So this is a front view, like this, and then they have like extended bits on both sides. This is thicker, and then these parts are thinner, like that. And a 3D view of that one would be I should probably make it a bit longer so I can have yeah, that'll do. I'll go further down so I have more space. Mobility scooter. Okay, so there's like a ball here with a front round thing. And then there's like a sphere. And inside this sphere, I can sort of make like a saddle for the seat where Darth Vader can sit inside of. But I'll have to make it smaller because it's going to be huge. Alright, I'll do like a rough sketch here. So that's the front, that's the cockpit area, and it's gonna have like a saddle with a seat. And it's also gonna be black to match his aesthetic. And then each side will have like the wings attached. Like this. And then we'll extend out. And then here it would be like the wing. And then this is like a lower section of it, and then the bottom section. So the wheels, should I have them on the outside? or the inside. I could have, like, instead of this panel, I could have wheels here and the rear. And then this would be like some sort of a hub here that would be extended up. Oh no, my GoPro died. It's the first time I'm using a GoPro for the stream. Let's see if this works. Come on, connect. It's not connecting, is it? Can I use my phone? This will take a minute or so. Yeah, okay, already works. Okay. Nope, this way. Wow, that's a lot worse quality. Sorry about that. We're back. So here you will have like some sort of mounting points to the hubs, and then here I would like to put in some sort of suspension. Maybe even make it cool looking. Like the axles would connect to it, and then here you would have like mounted suspension. Thank you, Whimsy Fox. Something like that. So something like that. And then in here, I need to learn quickly how to draw Darth Vader. Okay, so he would be sitting inside, and he has like a body be here, like this, maybe a bit higher, so he really sticks out of it. And then from here I could have like bicycle handles. Like this, and then there's like a part of his suit where his arm's stuck underneath, and then the shoulders and the chest is inside of it, and then here is where the neck sits, and then he has this big helmet. Like that, and then the head part, top of the head, goes like this and then out. And then he has these things for eyes, and then a little nose here, and the okay. It's kind of how he would look. More neck in the back. And then his arms sort of come around, and his torso is underneath, and he has like a big panel of some sort of buttons here. Not sure where his legs would go, This thing is tiny. I guess it makes it even more ridiculous now. Maybe his knees should be like visible, because he can barely sit inside like this. And then the other side be like this. And there's like this hole on the other side. And here there will be attachment to this big panel thing. Full of things like this. And screws and stuff. And then it will have some sort of thickness. This part go up. And the bottom will be just wheels. Mounted on like these long bits. Have it here. And have it like this. And then the other one, you can't really see it, but it's somewhere here. Alright. It's kind of the idea. I'll create some more space here so I can do a better view. I'm gonna have like a ground view. And gonna have it like this. This will be the sidewall, and then the suspension would kind of sit in here, but I think I'm gonna have like an indent where the suspension would sit, so then the mounts for the wheels go from here and then into these wheel hubs, and then like that. These arms would extend this way towards the middle. In the middle we would have the sphere, with the big round thing in the front. And the arms. And then I'll have the, probably cut this off a little bit so that he has space on the inside. Give him a little bit of breathing room. Like that. Like that. And now there'll be like handles. Oh my god, can't even see it. Maybe I can change the camera. This one. Oh my god, that's so much better. And I have this sit across. There's this whole thing here. How do you like it so far? So that's the hand would be visible and the fingers would come like this. You could probably have like little breaks as well. And then fingers. Yeah, I think it's the camera, unfortunately. GoPro died and I can't fix it live, so this is my... kind of works better now. But if it doesn't, that's why. I can't really fix it while streaming, unfortunately. Sorry. I'll have to see why it died. It was plugged in the whole time, and for some reason the battery just went to 0. I have the GoPro 10 black. It took me like 2 hours today to get it working, and so that I can even use it as a streaming camera. I'm just seeing that Darth Vader has kind of like knee pads connected to the bottom section. So it's kind of like football, what do you call it, the leg protector things, but on the outside of the sock. And there's the board thing with buttons. It's gonna be red. And then he has like a squarish nose with the eye things, eye holes. And then the mouth. And I'm gonna have a cape that's gonna be on the outside, so I can have it down here and sort of like kind of like flying in the wind as it's going by. "12-volt charger, charging USB." Okay. Okay. Well, I have 3 batteries as well. So I thought if I swapped them out, it would just connect back up, but it didn't. So His other knee would be somewhere here. It'd be funny if you had like little side mirrors as well, so that he can see behind him. Somewhere here, like this. I am your father, Luke. Okay, the wheel would go somewhere here. And the second wheel would be somewhere here. Like that. And then there would be this other side of the wing. When I finish this, I could probably design a sticker that looks like this and then sell it. I will also start an online store soon. I'm not sure what that sound was. I can have some racing stripes. Darth Vader go fast. It's getting better and better. This is the suspension, and I'm gonna have like a indent where the suspension would sit inside this panel, and here I would kind of block it off like that. Okay, I think I can start rendering it. But first I'm gonna outline everything like I did with these ones. So I'll start from the middle. So like this. these would be round, and it will connect to this outer ring. And this would have a lip around it. Like that. And now we have the cockpit area. With the wings. Okay, and also the bottom of the sphere, which would continue that way. Господин совершенный. I don't know what to call that in English. It's like a Bachelor or something, a TV show. Whimsy Fox says that is important to watch. These are the suspension and the coils wrap around. Like that. And then here it would be some sort of, I don't know, like a box that suspension would connect to, and it would extend down into these parts that hold the wheel, like the hub. So like a box here, and then extends down into the hub. Like that. I don't love the show. I just watch it for the cringe moments. And the whole show is cringe, so how could you not? Who could resist? Okay. Gonna do these bits now. And I'm gonna add a bit more detail to it. So here it has some sort of a strap connects the top and bottom. Everyone needs a little drama in their life. Yeah, like the drama with Sphericon today. They hired some guy who used AI to create a poster. And then everyone got involved saying it's AI, and they didn't want to do their own research to see if it really is AI. They just trusted the guy who designed it. So they doubled down and said that it's how he made it and it should stay like that. And everyone was like, wow, just admit it and get someone else to make a non-AI poster. And they're like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. So I guess people will start boycotting Sphericon now. The biggest sci-fi convention in Croatia. And I don't blame them. Why would you use AI when you can make stuff like this? Yeah, creative expression. I think once you use AI, it's no longer your work. Even if you just base it on your work, it's no longer your work. Yeah, they actually said it. They made a whole different post about it. But they got caught using AI in the past. I remember a few years ago they made I think it was a video, and it was an AI video of like cosplaying or something. So back then everyone told them to delete it and to hire people who actually go to the convention to make something better. No, it wasn't the cosplaying, it was the poster. So they apologized and they hired someone else to do it, and it was all good. But not this time. I guess it would, but it wouldn't be as good. Wouldn't be as funny. AI visuals for promoting artists and tagged us. Ah, that's right. Maybe they think AI is part of sci-fi. I have so many artists, yeah. They will gladly do something like that. Apparently, the guy who made it has already made posters in the past for them. Some dude with 30 years of experience. And I don't know, maybe he ran out of time or he thought he could get away with it. Or maybe he just took the money and then hired someone else to do it. Either way, that's not the right thing to do. Yeah, some people will do it for free, definitely, for the promotion of themselves. Because it's easy money, I guess. I guess he maybe thought if he says no now, that maybe in the future they wouldn't come to him again. So he did whatever he could to take the job and collect the money. Yeah, it's all on Instagram. You should like our comments on it as well. Whimsy got like 100 likes on her post, on her comment, sorry. Oh, over 100. Over 100 comments. Yeah. But yeah, most of the comments say the same thing. And then some people who are not in the art industry, they're like, oh, what's wrong with AI? I'm gonna start rendering this. So I'll probably go darker later, but for now I'm gonna keep it simple. Ooh, the stream's really bad now. This could be in Mario Kart. Yeah, probably could. Just needs the big wing on top so you could fly around. Yeah, the house is in the back. Also, look at the cathedral. The towers look completely different one from another. I have no idea how they wouldn't notice, but it's very obvious. Maybe they just trusted the guy and they were like, oh, why would he wouldn't lie to us? And the cape. And then I can do the interior of these parts. It's pretty fun to color this in. It's like I'm doing a coloring book. What color should be the racing stripes? Yellow, red, green, pink maybe, or blue, or white. Something that contrasts black. They've got actors coming, and actors who don't support AI. And what will this tell them if they have an AI poster? The stream is slowly dying. Great. Well, I'll be done soon anyway, so I hope it lasts to the end. time for retirement at 50. Who messaged you privately? Oh, well, if it goes too far, you should screenshot it and post it on your story. Because why would you protect AI? Is he the guy who started avoiding you? The guy used to buy your stuff at your stand and then for some reason who doesn't even want to say hello to you anymore? That guy. Well, there's no point just correcting other people's mistakes and trying to help them out. Like, they have to learn from their mistakes for next time. there's no need of knowing the whole story if the story is about using AI to create images. Obviously, the story is about money. And people's excuse is to say like, oh, I don't have enough money to pay for someone to design something. I'm gonna go with orange stripes here. Speedy boy. Like this, and I'm gonna add orange suspension springs to match the stripes. I'm not sure if I should do TikTok streams. I don't know the benefits of doing them. I haven't really looked into them that much. I just know that people need to smash the like button constantly for you to be able to be seen by others. Like to get ranks and stuff. Maybe I'll try it one day on TikTok. But for now, I'm gonna stick to YouTube. I'll also have to try different times so I can get people from Australia maybe to view, because I have a big following on Facebook, so I might as well use that. I posted on my Facebook page and like 20 people got involved, so it still works, I guess. I thought Facebook was dead. Okay, I think this is it. So, thank you everyone for coming again. Hope you enjoyed my stream. And I will try doing it tomorrow again. I'm not sure what am I gonna do yet, but I will work it out during the day tomorrow and I'll schedule it in. Thanks for watching. Oh, hi Clara. Thank you. Have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. Bye.